so excited to be here with my youth spotlight today, Miss Micah Barnes. How are you today?
I'm great. I feel good. Amazing to be here, to be with you, interviewing, you know?
And I'm excited to have you. So before we get into our topic of race, because you know what we're talking about today, I want to give you an opportunity to just tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, I currently attend Detroit Collegiate High School as a sophomore. I, just do basic stuff, play sports, I'm very into school, math, ELA, science. I'm deep in there, I'm currently ready to run for our class president. I'm planning on, I don't know yet, but I plan on going to college as far as I know, majoring in criminal justice and minor in psychology. And then I plan on going back to college to major in culinary arts and minor in pastry. So I'm pretty excited.
It's always good to have a professional and a skill, right? Something that you could do on the sideline. So let's just dive into the topic today. I just want to know, how do you identify?
As Black, African American, I've always identified as that because it's just, walking around, you always know that you're going to have a little color to your skin, a pep in your walk, be a little struggle to your work because it's your color,
Mm-hmm. And so when did you first identify, or did you first come into grips that, oh, I'm Black?
As I've always known, but I've never really had to, encounter to be like, well, you got color in your skin, and that's what it's gonna be. Mm-hmm. And I've never not known that I was Black, or never had a doubt like, oh, maybe I could be this or that.
Mm-hmm. And so how much do you think race has played into your identity or who you are as a person?
It has a huge play in it because it's why I work so hard now. Like, you gotta work 10 times harder being Black or just being African American, period, because we color, it's not just because of our generation or anything going else. It's like you got a little color to your skin, so you're gonna have to work 10 times harder to be where you want to be in life.
Mm-hmm. And so have you ever experienced racism yourself?
No, I haven't personally, but I know one day it's gonna happen. And my mother always told me never to be scared of it, but to conquer it, and put your best foot forward, because nobody can tell you that you're not something that you are.
Mm-hmm. And so do you think that just this identity of race, or knowing about race and being Black, has that impacted your education?
No, it hasn't, but it has at the same time, because it's a reason why I work so hard to, I want to show people, like, even though I'm still young and I am Black, that I still have a point, and that I'm going to prove it, and that education is the best way to get to it.
Mm-hmm. And so with that, how do you think Detroit itself can move in a positive direction to impact youth?
Starting with generations before us, not even just our grandparents, like our mothers and fathers, like, we follow in their footsteps. So if we see them being violent, we're gonna like, oh, that's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if we can stand up and use our voices as our motive, and to get things done, then it could be way more positivity going on than violence and us killing each other because we're mad at whites for stuff they're doing to us. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like if we take the time to encourage ourselves, like, as Blacks, and have a one-on-one, then we can encourage our youth to step up and use your voice as your motive and leverage to do something.
And so just you kind of going right into the next question, but what do you think youth's role is in the future of Detroit?
We have a huge role, because if we don't, as a youth, is generation after generation. So as that's coming up as the next generation, then we have to use our leverage and power as youth and kids, because people going to listen to kids. We may not have as much power as we need or want, but we have a lot of power because we're kids and they're going to listen to us. So I feel like if we use our voice as one to upbring positive and our main goals as Black people, then we can get it done.
Mm-hmm. So how do you want to leave your impact, Micah?
I feel like if I use my voice more, just telling people, like, our youth, that we can do this, my voice is my main leverage to everything I do. It's more ways you can do stuff than flashing guns and money. Mm-hmm. So just use your brain and your education and stuff that you acknowledging now, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Mm-hmm. And so lastly, if you could just give any advice to a young person out there that's watching right now, what would you tell them?
I feel like the main thing I could tell them now is your First Amendment will be your best friend, because if you got the freedom of speech and to say what you want, whether it's the right way, make sure and that's the best way to do it the right way. If you can use your speech to do something the right way, then do it. Because if people are giving you a chance to listen, then talk. Like my mom used to tell me, closed mouth don't get fed. So I always, every time I got a chance to talk, I do it, and I use it to my full extent.
I'm so excited to be talking to you right now. Thank you so much for being a part of politicking, and I look forward to all that you have to give and offer to this city. Thank you.